All right. So yeah, now what I would like to do is ask a couple questions to you to understand basically where exactly you stand right now in terms of what are you seeking in terms of help with leads. And then I will be able to see like what how can I align myself to that and show you the rest of the direction, direct the conversation accordingly. Is that okay? Cool. So I mean, like my teammate, like Nikhil, you speak with him. He told me that you just hired a team, right? Recently.
I'm in the process, right. I'm in the process of putting a team together. Some are existing loan officers and some are brand new.
Okay. So you have a lot of capacity. You did not have that capacity a month or a couple months ago, but right now you have it.
What do you mean by capacity?
I mean, like to take more loans, like process more loans.
Oh, yes. I mean, I've actually stopped all my lead gen and I'm just processing. All of my personal business that I do as a loan officer, it's all done by referral. The reason I'm looking at lead generation is because I can generate leads, which is fine, but at some point I have other things that require my time besides lead generation. So that's why I'm exploring options on lead generation for the team so that when I start doing these other things that I can have them already working leads that don't require my time. If that makes
Okay.
sense. So
Okay.
this isn't for me. I
Hmm.
have plenty of work and have plenty of referral partners, but these are my referral partners. They're not for the team. I will push some of those loans out to the team, but as the team expands, there's only so many leads I can generate.
Mm.
So that's why I'm here talking to you about lead generation.
Okay. So this is gonna be like you generate the leads from our end, like we generate the leads and we give it to you, but you are gonna be distributing them to the team that you have just onboarded, right? And so that they are busy with that. Okay, cool. Makes sense. So I think the case study that I have is going to be absolutely perfect for you because that's what they do as well. Uh, can you tell me more about like what type of loan that you are trying to get? Any specific types that you're looking for?
Well, these are mainly going to be residential, which is the 1 to 4 door single family residence. I have a whole nother lead generation program just for commercial that does not need any help at all.
Okay, we don't do commercial as well, so that's good. So it's gonna
You do
be
or do not. You do or do not.
we do not.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like first time home buyers, VA, any priorities in terms of type of loans?
Yeah. I mean, if it's single family, it's single family. So
Okay. All
it
right.
doesn't matter
So
the type.
mhm. Okay, so it's just about volume. Like, so you are just looking for more qualified people and just volume. That's what you're open to.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just, stick, share my screen, get into the backend stuff. I'll show you some information about this, and then this will give you more clarity. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the method that we use is Facebook ads, right? To generate exclusivity. Have you worked with Zillow or Realtor.com, stuff like that before?
I've worked with a bunch of different stuff. So yeah.
Okay. So we use Facebook ads and Instagram ads. I hope you have an understanding about that's exclusive to your system. So we will run that on your behalf. So we will be using your business page, Facebook business page, and managing it on your behalf. Run Facebook ads as the top of the funnel. Generate as many qualified home buyers are looking for a loan, right? And from there on, we will send them to this survey page. Again, no rocket science, simple qualification metrics. We ask them 4 questions like estimated price, gross income, credit score, and do they have representation? Now, not everyone is going to be absolutely honest in this step. We are aware of that, but it's more to check the intention of the person before they can
Mhm.
speak with your loan officers, right? So that they don't waste their time speaking to time wasters. Does it make sense? Okay. Cool.
It,
So next, that's after they fill those things up, they will be able to, uh, you know, generate, share their information with us. That's when they become one lead. So this is the CRM that we have. This is you must be aware of that, right? So we use and where we will be generating those leads up, and this is not still. Now you have two options. Since you are having a team that is going to be dealing with these people, now we can either generate these qualified leads and then you can just send them to them, right? Or else we can call them up and book appointments on your calendar, and then you can give those appointments to your loan officers, right?
Okay.
So you take care of the Facebook ad budget. If you have a team, I would suggest a bit higher budget to work with so that you can have more appointments coming in. With this specific firm, like they started with at budget a day, uh, over like for first 3 months, and then they increased it to right, and that gave like 25 to 55, 25 when they used to do $20 a day, 55 appointments a month when they used to do like $50 a day, right? So 40 to 50 appointments, let's say if you're doing $50 a day on ad budget on Facebook ads, so that will give you qualified people who will be calling them up and booking them on your calendar basically. So those people you can send them over to your loan officers, and from there they can just take the call, take the application, and move it forward. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Okay. So at this point, what we'll do is like once they are lead, we'll be sending them like automated SMS emails to to probe them, to push them to a calendar appointment, right, in your calendar, which will be integrated here. If they don't book
Okay.
an appointment, we'll be calling them up. My team will be calling them and then booking an appointment. And that's when those appointments are going to be filled in the calendars of your teammates or you. And then, as I said, you can just push it from there. So we target the number of appointments that we can give you scheduled where they show up, and then you take applications, certain application numbers a month.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. What do you think so far? Like, do you have any questions about this?
Okay. So I have seen this exact system before in another
Yes.
vendor,
Mm-hmm.
and I used them for 5 months. The problem that I had,
Mm-hmm.
multiple problems. The main problem that I had is that the I wasn't getting enough appointments. They promised me a certain level, never occurred. And the ones that I got, a few of them that did actually go through and actually held the appointment. There was most of the time there was some type of issue that they didn't qualify, like the credit was an issue. Well, even though I've got a 650 credit score, I just had a bankruptcy. A lot of these little things. Anyway, after 5 months, I fired.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason why I had a problem with that is I would go in and I would audit the texting, and people would say, the text would go out and says, "Hey, we help you with a loan," and they would respond back, "Yes, I'm interested," and then it would be like 48 hours and there would be no response. So so then I would jump in there because I could jump into the system and
Yes.
respond, because they were responding like me, right? Like it was me and texting. So I'd
Exactly.
jump in there and type out a text. And then, well, sorry, I changed my mind, or I've moved on. I found another lender, things like this. I'm like, well, what's the purpose of having someone trying to respond to you if you're waiting 48 hours or longer to respond? That's not the purpose of texting. And they moved multiple people around that were actually either making the calls for me or following up in the text. And over a 5 month period, I think I had four different people that were quote dedicated on my account, and they weren't on it. So I finally just said, "Look, you guys are out of your mind. I'm done with you," and I moved on. So as far as the system itself, I don't see anything new what I had on the other provider.
Mm-hmm. So
From
your
a
main
mile high
concern,
from a mile high level.
sorry to interrupt. Yeah. So your main concern would be like, okay, the system, that this is gonna work as long as we work on it effectively.
Yeah, hold on here. I'll run right through the list for you. My concern is number one, these are Facebook leads and they're geographically limited. Number two
What do you mean by
is
that?
I
Sorry. What do you mean by that? Geographically limited.
well like tell me when you place a Facebook lead. Tell me how that works.
So
You
we,
pick it. You pick a
Mhm.
you pick a city and a radius, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so they're geographically limited.
but we
So
can
if I
like
say I
expand that
want
as well, right? If you want any specific other
right,
areas, then we can expand on that.
correct. correct. But they're and understanding how Facebook works, and they're obviously trying to maximize their income. It's like, hey, like I live in, but I'm the only one on my team that's so it doesn't do me any good there. I have people that are all over the country. It's not like I have a team
Okay.
just.
Okay.
So my concern is that like I have one person I just brought on board. She's licensed in Montana and only.
Okay.
So obviously is a no brainer. There's not a lot going on in Montana. Washington State, on the other hand, I know that there's quite a bit of competition. So again, you come back to budget. I would have to figure out how to budget that because not only do I have to pay for the Facebook, I have to pay for you. And that was part of my problem that I had earlier was that I was not generating leads that got to the closing table that I got revenue from. I don't mind talking to people, but at some point in time, I need somebody to step up and say, let's do the loan.
Mm-hmm.
And that was part of, and this was just kind of a culmination. So I've got two bills I have to pay now: Facebook lead and you guys for your time and services. The other problem that I had was that they bounced me around on different account managers that were inept or didn't understand it. I even offered to train them because I've trained telemarketers in the past, and that didn't even seem to take because 2 weeks later they said, "Well, we fired that person and we've brought you in somebody new." I don't have time to train their staff, and I finally told them, I said, "Look, I may as well just hire somebody to do this on my own because if I have
Mm-hmm.
to keep training your staff to do the basic job that I hired you for, that's just not going to work." So those were my main issues.
Okay.
Overpromise and under deliver. So
So that's I'm really glad you brought that up. Um, One thing, I mean, the second thing won't be a problem, as in like, communication with the leads is, I just wanted to, I mean, just recently we onboarded a loan officer from where, right?
mm,
And he's doing the SCR specifically. And we just went
right.
live 2 days ago and got two leads for him. And then we immediately booked one today, right now, like just about 2 hours ago. So
Okay.
since it's a small team, so it's not a lot of complications in management for us. So we take
No,
less.
I get it.
That's not a problem. The challenge that you shared with me is about the Facebook ads in terms of geographical limitation.
Mhm.
I mean, we can pinpoint zip codes as well, uh, but the targeting would be in terms of like we need to go with a generic creative and have like the radius we can target or the zip codes we can upload. Then we can upload the zip codes wherever your loan officers are. I have to talk to my the person who is in charge of the service delivery, right? So specifically, like he runs the Facebook ads, right? So I can do this. I can have a call with him and then see if this is something that we can do, because I think this is not going to be a big challenge. We can go with a generic
Okay.
creative and upload all the zip codes or wherever your teammates are.
No, yeah, and I fully understand that. The other thing is the other thing that it just occurred to me when we're sitting here talking about Facebook. The other thing that occurred to me was that their ads were horrible,
What do you mean horrible? Like
and that
in
was
what ads did they run?
they didn't really like have a call to action. Um, they'd run them for weeks and they'd get very few hits on them, on any type of click through. So, I actually like paid somebody to produce. Finally, I went through and paid somebody to produce the ads, and then just gave them to him to run.
How many how
And it
many
was just
months and what was the budget that you invested with them and what was the number that you got?
I apologize. I can't remember the budget. It wasn't anything really significant, but it was enough where I kept trying to work with them and I kept trying to throw money at it to get some type of a measurable result. I think over 5 months, I think I closed one loan, and it was a very small loan. I think it was maybe a $200,000 loan. My average loan size on stuff that I do, but I don't do a lot of the single family like that. But my average loan size is north of 700,000. But I'm not after that market. And for this exercise, I'm after say a 300 to 350 $100,000 loan size, which is very doable. Here in the United States, I think the average purchase price right now is, I think, north of 450,000,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if I remember my statistic correctly. So, um, my and I'll be honest with you, my hesitancy is I'm having a lot of flashbacks of all of the time and effort I put into that last time that I did that. And that was 4 years ago. I have a completely different business model for myself right now, where I do investor, commercial, and international lending. So I'm not in that specific market, but these people that I'm bringing on board, that's going to be their bread and butter when they're going to be earning
Okay.
income. So,
So, I mean, I totally understand what you are sharing. So, can I ask a quick question? Like, what exactly is the ideal situation for you to, you know, because you are not gonna do this. You have a system that's already working with you, right? For you. And
right.
these people need something that to work with to begin with. So, from your point of view, what would you say is the most ideal condition to, as a solution to provide to you that you need?
Well, I mean, as a rule, I operate from this standpoint. In the residential market, somewhere around 7 to 8 leads, you're going to get somebody that's actually going to fill out an application. Seven, 8, 9, 10 leads. You're actually going to get one person that's going to fill out an application.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're probably another 75 to 80% if they're going to qualify. So, the reality is you have to get somewhere between 15 and 18 leads where you can get something that's going to get to the closing table on a good system,
Mm-hmm.
on a good system. So, so generating 20 leads a month, that tells me that I should expect my loan officers to close at least one loan a month from those leads.
So but what is your opinion on this? Like the way we have seen this with, for example, sorry,
Right.
yeah. So we have given them like 238 appointments, right? And then
Okay.
they have a team which takes it from here, right? That's the reason we don't, have this anything in
Right.
pre column.
So,
They have
so
this
have they given you any statistics on the other
the number of loans.
on yeah, on the number of loans that they've gotten out of that?
No, I'll not be able to unfortunately share that number exactly with you, but they have been with us since the beginning, like 10 months, and they never stopped us. Of course, like there's like some privacy concerns that they cannot share with us. I don't know why, but we don't push that for. But there was not a single day that we have paused the ads for them. And recently, they're also going to try Google Ads with us. What I can do is like, since this is similar to what you are trying to achieve, but they're like location specific. For you, the only challenge would be like location independent, right? We have to find out that. Then maybe like you can, have a conversation with them to see what their experience with us has been like. Then you can make a decision.
Yeah, because I have no loan officers that I have, or am I recruiting in their area? I don't do anything in mid. I don't think I've ever. So,
So then there was not going to be any problem, right? You can have a chat with them. First of all, what I'll suggest
yeah.
is let's do this. Give me a list of all the points that you need clarity on, as if like I know the Facebook as geography thing, the communication thing, um, anything else that I'm missing. Then I can have a chat with my team. We can schedule a next call, and then we can see what we are proposing from our end, and then you can last before making a decision. You can speak with them and take the.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I mean, right now I don't need you guys. That's why I'm doing my research now. But as my team is growing, like right now, I've got one team member, and she's still in some training. She won't be out for about 4 to 6 weeks,
Okay.
and I have enough loans to cover her right now. But that's not to say that I don't that I'm not open to having more leads for her. I've got another one that's coming on board at the end of September, and I've got four more I should have between the end of October and end of November. So, it's going to be a sizable team, before the end of the year. But today, I don't need you, at least for 4 to 6 weeks out. That's why I held the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
But but here are the pain points. Number one is I'd want to see some statistics on the hits or what you've run so far. And since the beginning, like, hey, we ran X number of ads and we've had, X number of hits on those. Then
Hits
when they
by
when
hits,
they
as
hit
you mean by hits, what do you mean? Like,
click,
clicks.
click, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to see this is super important. The statistics from the initial click to completed lead. So I filled in all my information and submitted it to you because there's a difference there.
So yeah, I missed this part. Tell me if this gives you a bit more clarity about this, right? So what we see is like 100%, let's say 100% raises their hand on Facebook ads, right? That's like
Right.
just interest, doesn't make any difference. So from there, we see that 50% to 60% fills out the form survey and then becomes a lead. So we have already filtered out 40% from there. So from the 60% remaining, we see that about 50% of there, right? Almost like, let's say, if 100 people is coming in a month, 60 of them becomes a lead. From those 60, 30, 25 to 30, 20 to 25 usually books an appointment, and 70% of those shows up to the appointment. So ideally, with a $20 ad budget a day, we have seen that 17 consultation calls and 3 to 4 applications from there. That's what I can give you numbers. With
Okay.
that's like for purchase leads, right? I'm talking about. And
Right.
yeah, that's the number pretty much. And from there, what we see is like if you can spend more on Facebook ads, then the number gets even better because we can target more, we can play with more budget, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with how all that works on the Facebook end. My biggest concern is do you have an ad that is actually getting clicks? And then do you have enough material in there or enough to get them to complete the form? And then obviously at that point in time, it's up to the individual if they're going to show up for the appointment. And is there anything from the time that they fill it out and they get confirmation, thank you for submitting your information, and here's your appointment date and time? Is there any type of reminder that goes out prior to the actual appointment
Okay.
during that time period?
All right. So there's two things. So first of all, when they become a lead, that is like when they are in this stage of the pipeline, right? That's a lead,
Okay.
not an appointment. So
Right.
immediately they get like this is customized for them. So this is uh, pick a slot to schedule a call with me, right? So this is someone who takes the calls herself. This is the calendar
Okay.
link, and like there are like basic reminders for this client. And then on the day of the meeting, there's like reminders messages as well, so that they show up.
Okay.
That's like the SMS and email that is automated, like that's partially automated. But we do is like we call ourselves. For example, this will give you a better understanding. Just SMS and emails is not gonna, cut it. So what we do is like when you call the leads up, as soon as the lead comes in within the first 5 minutes, if it's not 6 p.m. and late, then we call them up immediately within 5 minutes and then um, book them on your calendar directly.
Okay. So it's a phone call after they've completed the form to say, hey, welcome, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Can I schedule an appointment for you?
Yes. So
Okay.
see, this is like the about. So we got 2
Mhm.
leads yesterday, right? Sorry,
Mhm.
one we got yesterday, and this one we got yesterday, and this is today, right? 5 hours ago. So yesterday it was like already 7:30 p.m. So we don't call them after 7:30, like after 6 p.m. So we called
Mhm.
today, like him, at 10 a.m. today, and then we got him booked in to the calendar, right, as an appointment. So he has this appointment is gonna be taking this appointment tomorrow. It's already
Okay.
scheduled. And this one we will keep following up until 14 days, like active, like 2 times every day dial from our end until we get some confirmation or they say that, I'm not interested. We will
Right.
qualify them as long as it takes for us to get the number of appointments, uh, given to you. That's pretty much it. So we try to not only get the leads, but always stay in touch with them so that there's there's like virtual rapport built up, and there is already
Mhm.
some, what do you say, like by the time they speak with your team, there is already some customer service given to them. So customer in this game, right? I saw that customer service is more important than how you sell. So we focus on that part from our side. So if you see here, uh, as soon as the lead came in, we say this is automated. Sorry, yeah, this is the part, right? The lead generated, get an email and an SMS. This is automated, and then here is the the call, and then this is my teammate Jan, who is going to be calling them. And hi, this is Jan, assistant, and I'm going to be discussing, calling you in 5 minutes. This is the phone number. Please be available. And then we call like, seven, like multiple times here, and then got the call here, like they picked up, and then we scheduled the meeting appointment for tomorrow. So this is going to be happening for every lead that comes into your system.
Okay. All right. Well, I definitely like that extra effort there, especially if they can have a voice that calls. Um, and then do you have any statistics on the clicks, the ad clicks?
I have it. I don't have it right now, but I can arrange it for
Okay.
you.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see. I'd definitely like to see whatever statistics for all the different phases that you have. And obviously, budget is a big deal in that, and I understand that. Because if you're spending $20 a month or you're spending $50 a month in the same area, it makes a huge difference. So, okay, like I said, I'm pretty educated in your system because I've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do think it's a good system. I just don't think that my prior supplier had administered it correctly. And the only reason I'm still here talking to you is because you guys are the owners and you are directly involved in making sure that happens. And I'm also going with the assumption that you guys are doing some of the calls on yourself.
Sorry, can you repeat the last part? Voice was breaking.
I'm also going on an assumption that the three of you are making some, or if not a lot of those calls yourself.
Yes, we are monitoring
Okay.
the call and quality ourselves. I do it myself. I'm in charge of the communication.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about dollars. What do you guys charge outside of the or for for whatever levels that you have?
Okay. So the way we have structured this system is like we have a setup fee to set everything on once, and we have a trial period.
Okay.
Okay. So it's gonna be a 4 to 6 weeks trial because since you said a lot of people have had bad experiences in the past, and we bring in something similar. So test out us first, and then if it meets your standards, right, in terms of the number of applications, the quality of the applications, because we're not licensed law officers, so we cannot convert a loan, but we can take you as closer to it. That's the goal. So we'll be taking you as closer to it in the next 6 weeks, based on the amount that you invest. We'll be giving you a set number of target, like this is the appointment number that we can provide you, and from this appointment number you can expect these many applications. After six
Okay.
weeks you give us a feedback that, okay, you know what, I want to move forward with this, I want more of this in my pipeline. That's when we are going to be charging a service fee that's going to start from a month, goes up to as many as you want to customize it with, how many exactly you want to target was the goal.
Okay.
And to begin with, there's going to be a setup fee, which is going to be ranging from, based on, again, how much you invest, what we have to set, which I think will be much better to give you a specific number on the second call once I have these information for you.
Yeah. Okay.
How does that sound to you, like so far, the model?
Okay. So there's a 4 to 6 week trial period with no cost.
No, we're a new company, right? We understand that we're not going to charge until it doesn't make sense to you. It's
Wow.
okay that we have a setup fee that can take care of the basic setup for us, and we have a team of, so we manage the time allocations into this accordingly.
Okay. So there's still a setup fee. that's
Yes.
paid to start. Okay. All right. All right. So it's not like there's no money.
No, of course not, because we also need few people with more commitment. I cannot take
Hmm?
like everyone would
Okay.
say yes to a free service.
Oh, I'd be like, shoot, sign me up. Why not?
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. Okay. Um, and then do I have your contact info? Sorry, I run such a high volume. It's really difficult for me to
No, I
track
understand.
everybody
As in
because
like,
I have a section in my emails for vendors, and I don't think I've added y'all.
let me send you an SMS, right? Check if you receive.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you one. Can you check?
Okay. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed getting here.
I mean, you received the notifications, right? In for this call.
All right.
Did you receive
Say
the
that again.
you received the notification for this call, right? Over an email or SMS?
I think it was text. I may have gotten both. I get somewhere between 50 and 100 texts a day, and I get probably double that in emails every day. And phone calls, I'm literally on the phone all day. So
I mean,
it's just crazy.
this is your phone number, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I sent you a an SMS. I mean, a text message right now. Hi, this is Subra. I'll add from India then.
Yep.
Have you ever
I
been
got
to
it. Do what?
Have you been to India before?
I have not.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this is my contact number, by the way. You can text us in this or call us
Okay.
or
Okay.
send email to the that we sent you.
All right. So that's hold on, let me write that down. 209-290. And the company name is that
Yes.
right? And your name is pronounced Subra.
Yes.
Okay. And then did you guys email me?
I did, yes. We did email to I mean what we can do
Okay.
is do you have like time next week or when do you want to have the second call so that I can
I have a boatload of travel to make. Hold on.
give me a date so that I can also, set that up. Then I can do the communication part because I don't get hundreds of emails a day. So I understand it might be daunting.
Um, let's do this on Tuesday the 1st.
Tuesday, that
Yeah.
is
I've got two trips between now and then starting on the 3rd, I will be out of town for 3 weeks.
okay.
Oh,
Tuesday.
and then I'm back for 2 days, and then I'm in Nicaragua for 2 weeks. So yeah, between October and November, I'm only home 3 weeks. So anything, and I'm on Eastern time zone. So I have a Zoom that lasts from noon to 2 my time, and I cannot meet during that time period. Other
Okay.
than that, that day's open.
So first of October, right?
Yes.
First of October. I mean, our calendar is pretty open on first. Let me check if there is
Okay.
something. Let me just check. Yeah, first October. What time did you say? Like when you would be available?
Well, anytime except for noon to 2 Eastern time.
So 12 afternoon to 2 p.m. That's blocked.
Right. Right
Okay,
now, the rest is open.
rest is open. I mean, let's do it.
Yeah.
Evening is more better or mornings much more convenient to you?
No, mornings are much better. I'm so exhausted by
Mornings.
the end of the day. So
All right. So let's do then
like
10. 10
Yeah, like
a.m.
at 9 o'clock or
Okay.
10. Okay. Okay.
Um,
It's what time for you?
right now.
No, 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 no. You said 10 a.m. is what time for you? Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's much more convenient to me. So 10 a.m. Eastern time on 1st of October. That's Tuesday. Let's do that call then.
Yeah. Will you send me a calendar appointment, or do I just enter it in here?
I will send you a confirmation after this call.
Okay.
You can add to the calendar there. Anything else like
Sounds good.
you want me to, take a note of for so that, for the next call? Anything else apart from this?
No, no. I mean, this is what it's going to boil down to right now is I need to finish looking at who's going to be on board, what kind of leads that I'm able to generate for them based upon what I'm currently doing. I just haven't put any math to it to see who's going to be on board yet. I mean, it may be where I'm like, you know what, I have to use you guys, or it might be the opposite where I have a capacity where I'm going to have to put you guys off for a month or two because I don't have enough people on board who want to use you. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, like that's totally fine with me. Let's do this then. And it's 1st of October. I will bring the information that will give you some more clarity. You can also share your situation then, and we can see how it goes from there.
I'm good with that.
Cool. Appreciate your time again, Bear. Did I pronounce it wrong?
Bar,
Bar.
bar. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
I'll try next time. All right. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye bye.
All right. You too. See ya.